Text you.
All right. Well, I just finished reading Digger's Big Adventure, and Rain is in the mood to hear Finding Lucy, our other book, the one that we did first. So, if I'm going to read it, I might as well video it so that you can hear it too in case you haven't already gotten it.
Get the fun sound.
So, without further ado, I'm going to go sit on the couch and I'm going to read Finding Lucy to Rain and all of you.
All
right, Rain, come have a seat. And we will read this one next. Finding Lucy, based on a true story by Jessica Sutherland and Neroli Sutherland. Follow along as Neroli, now 8 years old at the time of writing this in 2020.
Hey, what's that? I think it's going to be yours.
It is. Recounts the tale of when her shelter puppy Lucy went missing when Neroli was just 2 years old. While the story is based in fact, the ever-imaginative Neroli had some fun ideas of where Lucy might have been while she was on her 5-month-long adventure. Come here, Lulu. Come and sit with us. Come on, Lulu. Now, you don't want to, Lulu Bean. Come and sit down. Oh, there's Digger. All right, lay down. Everybody lay down. Lay down, my little loves. Something. Lay down. See, they're always around. They just weren't in the last pictures.
So, sit on the reindeer.
Lay down. Down. Sorry to have woken you up.
Digger, you can sit next to me.
Oh, there's Neroli when she was 8 years old. It says, "Hi, my name is Neroli, and this is my dog, Lucy. I am going to tell you a story about when Lucy went missing when I was 2 years old. It is a happy story because, spoiler alert, Lucy did come home. Eventually." And so, like Digger's Big Adventure, we've got fairies and gnomes hidden all over the place in the illustrations. Some of the illustrations are cartoonized real pictures, like that is really Neroli with Lucy, but other ones are just very fanciful reimaginings. Because we didn't know what was going on when Lucy was missing. We did not know for sure she was going to come home, because 5 months is a long time. On May 4th, 2014, I went with my mom and dad and dogs, Digger, Roscoe, and Lucy, to an area near Twin Bridges, Montana to have fun and look for treasures. It seemed like an ordinary spring day in Montana. Looking back, though, it was anything but ordinary.
I think Roscoe was driving.
Yep, looked like it. When we arrived to the area we were going to spend the day at, because there were no other people, roads, or houses, we let all 3 dogs off leash to enjoy some freedom. Lucy saw something, what we don't know, took off running after it, and the boys chased after her. They were quickly out of sight and didn't come back when we called for them. And we were out gold detecting, because that is something that we do together as a family.
And now the wish was going to help us find our dog.
Yeah. My dad chased after the dogs in our truck down the dirt road. We were able to get Digger and Roscoe, but Lucy wouldn't come to us. She was small, and there were many places to hide. Can you sit right here?
I think Lucy was smaller.
And so, yeah, these are very different illustrations from Digger's book.
I want to see the page.
You can. My mom and I got a ride home with friends after we all looked and called for Lucy for a while longer. Even though I was only 2, I was still calling for my best friend to come home. Dad stayed looking and calling for Lucy by himself, hoping to have some luck. I'll always remember little 2-year-old Neroli calling for her Lucy dog, because they were always together. Our whole family was so sad that Lucy was missing. Mom and I cried, and Dad tried to make us feel better. Our other pets tried to comfort us too. The house just wasn't the same without Lucy to play and nap with. And that is the truth. Lucy's always been a fun pup. Even though she was sad, Mom had faith that Lucy was still alive and could come home. She created a Facebook page online called Finding Lucy. She posted about our story, information about Lucy, and pictures on the page. Many friends and caring strangers shared the information and tried to help us find Lucy. And in fact, just yesterday, Daddy was involved with a lost dog that him and his boss found, and the Bozeman Lost Pet page connected that dog to the owners. So it's a very real and common thing, actually, the online communities helping find lost pets.
And now there was eyes, and now that was scared.
Creepy. The whole week after Lucy went missing, my dad drove to Twin Bridges after work to look for her. He used bait, a live trap, and left items and clothes from home to give her a comforting scent. There were a few sightings, but Lucy wouldn't come. Eventually, the sightings stopped. So we did too. We didn't know what else to do. We looked for a whole week, and there just were no more sightings of her, unlike Digger's story.
And now my duck Whistle went missing.
We continued sharing the Finding Lucy page online and looking at local animal shelters. We kept faith and hoped that Lucy was alive, and I wondered about where she might be.
And now there was my dog Digger,
Yep.
and now there was a snake.
That's where the story gets fun, because we really have no idea what Lucy was really up to during the 5 months that she was missing. So we had to get imaginative.
It's not
Ready? There were caves and mine shafts in the mountains where Lucy went missing. Maybe Lucy wandered into a cave to take shelter and befriended the creatures inside until...
There was an alien and a dragon and now a witch.
Lots
And
of crazy things, huh?
It was so creepy.
A purple portal opened and a great alien jumped out and pulled Lucy through to outer space. Maybe Lucy explored space for a while before... What happened next? Her new alien friend gave her a ride in his spaceship back to Earth and dropped her off at the North Pole. Maybe Lucy made friends with some of Santa's elves and played in the snow until...
There was an elf helping her to get back home.
She met a Yeti who said he was headed south to visit family in Washington and offered to give her a ride. Maybe Lucy made friends with the Yeti's Sasquatch cousins and played with them until...
There was a monster.
Who doesn't love stories with Sasquatch?
Of the monsters, they were creepy.
A woodland fairy lured her away to fairyland with an enchanted dog bone. Maybe Lucy befriended the fairies, gnomes, and their friends and played with them until...
There was very happy.
A griffin swooped down and snatched her off the mushroom she was resting on, blowing bubbles with her new gnome friend. Maybe the griffin flew her back from fairyland and dropped her off.
And
Where? These were fun illustrations to do.
And
On the SS Unicorn in the Pacific Ocean, where she got to see mermaids, water fairies, dolphins, and other ocean creatures.
And now a pirate.
Maybe the pirate captain had family he was going to visit in Montana, and he dropped Lucy off at the Bozeman Animal Shelter. We will overlook the detail of how a pirate got to inland Montana.
And now the pirate. And now this guy dropped him on the boat.
But, you know, maybe.
And now there was a happy.
All we do know is that Lucy was dropped off at the Bozeman, Montana Animal Shelter after being missing for 2 months at that point. Somehow, even though we were looking, she was adopted out to a new family in Bozeman. She was more comfortable and just 30 miles from home, but still missing to us, because we didn't know.
And now he's our dog.
One night, after Lucy had been missing for 5 months, my mom had a dream about her being home. Mom posted about this dream and how nice it was to see Lucy on the Finding Lucy Facebook page.
And now,
Hold on. Later that day, Mom received a message on her phone. And what were you going to just tell us about the illustration?
I think there was a decorative picture, and now he got the circle.
That's Roscoe. So in my illustration, I have a real picture of Roscoe with a monocle on because that's an inside family joke with the Sutherlands.
And that's a joke.
Yeah. The message was from a woman crying, saying that she'd been looking through the Finding Lucy pictures all day.
And now that was you. And you are my mom.
Yep. She was almost certain that she had Lucy. We made a plan to visit her the next day and see if it could possibly be true. Was Lucy about to come home? I wasn't so sure. It seemed too good to be true to me, honestly, after 5 months of her being gone.
There she is.
When we met Lucy, we were certain it was her, although we were sad for the temporary family. She jumped all over us excitedly until we said we would take her home. Then she laid on Mom's lap while we said goodbye. Her dog smile was the biggest ever, and we were so full of joy. Lucy was coming home. And a fun little aside for that I'll tell you, since I'm doing a read aloud, is that Lucy, in that moment, she acted crazy, like jumping on me, grabbing at my clothes, grabbing at my purse, just frantic, until within my heart and mind, I said, I'm pretty sure this is Lucy. I'm not 100% sure till I get her home and see how she acts with the boys and see what Tim thinks. But when I decided that I was going to do that, she calmed down and stopped that immediately, and that's when she just laid across my lap all relaxed. And that was another confirmation to me that it really was my Lucy, because she had grown up quite a bit in the 5 months that she'd been gone, because she was only a 10-month-old pup when she went missing. Digger and Roscoe were so excited to see Lucy. They played and played in the yard, and we were all overjoyed watching them. After 5 sad months, on September 29th, 2014, the Sutherland family was complete again.
And now, it's not the end yet.
And then at the very end, I'll come a little closer for this part so you can kind of see. This, I do have some real pictures, so...
I want to see.
You're in front of the camera, little silly girl. So Neroli and Lucy always napped together, and that's a picture of baby Neroli napping with baby Lucy. And then they even took trips to Murdoch's together shopping for dog treats and stuff. So there's baby Neroli with little baby Lucy in the cart with her. Those of you that are local Montanans, you know about Murdoch's. And then here is little Neroli playing in the yard, wondering where Lucy is while Digger watches over her. So that's little pup Digger, because he was just a little puppy at the time himself. And little couple-year-old Neroli.
And now Digger was looking at
that
Neroli.
summer. We spent that whole summer trying to get him back.
What?
And then, on the other side, you see the cool post that they made on the Bozeman Lost Pets Facebook page. It says, dreams can come true, bringing Lucy home. And it said, did you hear the great news? They found Lucy today after 5 months of searching. We are thrilled for them. Later we will hear more news about it on the Finding Lucy page. And that is the real picture that Tim took of me holding Lucy in the car. Stop.
Look at
when he saw her for the first time, and then that was her on the ride home from their house to my house. So happy.
Mama, there was me and Liza.
No, that is your sister when she was just a baby. She was probably, I don't know, like a year and a half, 2 years old at that point. So that Lucy's book is quite a bit shorter because we really had to come up with, as you can see, kind of fanciful ideas of where she could have gone off to, because we really didn't know. Where with Digger's story, we knew basically what was happening because we kept having sightings, and it was a very different scenario from Lucy's. So that is Finding Lucy's story, and you can get them both at the same place, which is linked below. Thanks for watching. Bye now.